So this is my student Daniel's very first amateur Muay Thai fight. He's the tall bloke from Australia with a big mop of hair, and he's fighting a gentleman named Isayah Remington, who turned out to be actually a professional fighter. We got the word from many different sources that he's fought professionally in China, and only did we get confirmation of that after the fight from his father. Anyway, I was hesitant about putting Daniel in this fight, but Daniel was so good. Considering his skill, I felt confident that he could face anybody. So, huge test for Daniel. You'll get to see in just a moment. So, the fight starts. Tell Daniel to make sure that he stayed calm within the first 30 seconds. After that, then we can start initiating the game plan. Nice kick by Remington. You see Daniel keeping very calm, not rushing out, not acting like an idiot like most Farangs do. Testing the waters with the jab and the push kick. Developing rhythm. Again, nice push kick from Daniel, using his range, using his height. Good defense. Again, nice cross down the line. Very controlled. This is what we want. 30-second marker hits, and we want Daniel to start initiating the game plan. You hear a few commands from me. That's the DJ combo, which is the double jab to the left body hook. And we really focused on having him feel that body shot, so it would give him clarity in the fight. And he does a nice dump of Remington. Might have been a mistake, yeah, so going for those takedowns, I think it really brought on Remington's killer instinct, and you'll see it after the second one. So again, Daniel trying to get comfortable, but Isayah Remington's getting comfortable too, and his experience is starting to show. Nice leg kick exchange, and then boom. He attempts a second takedown, but doesn't work. And I think Remy decides to turn it up here. Nice switch kick. Superman punch. Almost lands flush. Big punches. Boom. Daniel's guard is just not strong enough, so it goes straight through. So it gets him a little bit wobbled. Daniel's starting to feel the pressure, starting to feel a little bit nervous. He told me before that he felt he was going to get knocked out at that stage. But he's a fighter. He kept going. Again, trying to keep him away. Testing out the push kick. Remington's doing a little bit of taunting, kind of swaying. Nice jab, nice cross, but then couldn't find his range, couldn't commit. Nice leg kick exchange. Body kick, you hear the slap, bam. So we're working on this fake rear push kick into the rear hook. Unfortunately, Remy just had the range down and we couldn't land it. And again, you know, Remy's hands are just ridiculously good. Could find the gaps easily. No telegraph from his jab. So nice leg kicks. Daniel struggling to check him. Getting hit with that body kick. But Daniel's landing a few of his own. Being successful for that rear leg teep. That's one of his best weapons. Yep, nice left hook. Good exchange. Again, trying to fake in with that rear leg push kick. Tried to go for the DJ combo, but a little bit short. Round one is over. And Daniel, yeah, he got rocked a little bit, so his confidence was kind of swaying, but you know what? He didn't get knocked out, and Remington Steele was trying to throw everything he had, so, you know, I was just trying to assure him between the rounds, like, hey, you're doing all right. You can handle his power. You know, keep your composure. You're doing fantastic. You're in it now. Time to enjoy the fight. And, yeah, you know, you can see him there standing tall. His conditioning held up. He was super disciplined throughout the whole thing. And the crazy thing is about Daniel is that he suffers from lots of like anxiety, you know, being out in the stage in front of a lot of people. But when it came to the fight, it just, all those nerves just disappeared and he was just game. And it's just such a wonderful thing to see as a coach. In regards to his skill, like we built him up from ground zero, so he didn't have any martial arts background. He came from a rugby background, so he definitely was athletic. He knew a bit about sports, but when it comes to martial arts, like, we pretty much taught him how to jab, punch, and kick. And now he's facing a pro fighter in an amateur bout. So you get to see how well he does, considering. Yeah, he does get beat up a little bit, but no worries. Giving him a little bit more corner advice. We got 3 coaches on our team. It's me, Jamie, and Dong. Round 2. Good sportsmanship. They touch gloves. Again, Daniel's just being a little bit more cautious, trying to find his rhythm and timing. Feeling hesitant because he knows how powerful this guy is and how skilled he is. The thing about Daniel, as the time goes on, he just gets better. He just gets smarter. So using that jab to his advantage, and boom, such a clean left body hook. That's his shot. That's his shot every single time. It lands flush. Rear push kick is always there. Head kick, Remy is just skilled. And look at that jab, just no telegraph. It's so quick. Daniel's trying to slide in, good head movement on there. Barely dodged the straight. Ooh, shovel punch and right straight. Daniel just rocked. Telling Daniel not to go crazy. We want him to clinch. We want him to defend and clinch. But, Daniel's hot-blooded, so he's trading back. But luckily, he's okay. Got wobbled a little bit. Gets his composure back. He's trying to set up that rear push kick. Now he's having difficulty finding his range. But still, he's not going crazy, not overthrowing. Working on that double jab to right hand. Jeez, Remington's hands are just a thing of beauty, so difficult to deal with, so dangerous. So it's a nice leg kick, but still could use a little bit more steam. Push kick was always there for Daniel, but again, difficulty finding the range, hesitating every once in a while. Again, this is his first fight. Trying to work that fake push kick. It just didn't work for us, unfortunately. It was the wrong technique to practice. But still, finding his shot with the rear leg kick. Needing a little bit more jab from Daniel. Nice 1-2, but he gets countered left hook. Jab finding its home for Remy. Trying to find that body hook. Just a little bit short. Head movement of Remy is just too good. Daniel just hasn't developed it, or we didn't train it enough. We were looking to work on the clinch. There were no opportunities to find that clinch or to find that knee. Daniel kind of throwing a little bit, reaching a little bit, but still keeping his composure. Big right hand, big left hand, a big flurry from Remy, but Daniel does the right thing, clinches up, protects himself from any more harm. But they break up the clinch immediately, so there was no knees. Working the push kick, the rear leg kick, and round 2 is in the book. So Daniel told me that this round for him it felt like an eternity, and I bet. Got rocked a little bit, got wobbled by a few punches. He was a bit hurt. But again, he kept his composure. Wish he had used that jab a little bit more. Wish he landed his body shots a little bit more. I think Remy was just getting comfortable, also working that head movement. We didn't have head movement programmed into our game plan. Really just focusing on combinations and getting that range where we could knee and land that knee or head kick. But unfortunately, that opportunity didn't come. Remy was just too slick. It's the difference between fighting professionally and amateur. Why is Remy fighting amateur? Beats me. There's actually a waiver that you have to sign before you fight and weigh in. It says, I hereby declare that I've never fought professionally. And How do we know Remy fought professionally? Again, many different sources told us. Even Remy's dad came over to have a talk with us and with Daniel, because he knows Daniel personally from BJJ class at Decathlon. And he was even bragging how he had fought a UFC professional fighter in China, and Remy had won. So it's like, whoa, why are you giving us this information? This is ridiculous. Why are you, giving this all up? Anyway, nothing to take away from Remy. A fight's a fight. So here we go, round 3. So Daniel is actually in good shape. He's not gassed out. Remy is kind of sucking. He's a little bit gassed. He was trying to game face it, but yeah, he spent a lot of energy swinging for the fences. So I think this moment here, him fixing the shin guards, is trying for him a moment of respite and rest. So I told Daniel, like, hey man, focus on your breathing right now. Take this time. So Daniel looks fine. He got rocked. He got his nose bloodied, but look at him. He's, he looks like he belongs in there, man. Anyway. Ooh, a little bit wobbled from that big left hand. Daniel's trying to throw back. He's game. A few knees to the lower back by Remy. Good clinch positioning. And now Remy's, getting fancy. Big head movement. Daniel's trying to catch up. Nice work on the teep, but it gets caught. Catching the leg and sweeping. That's actually an illegal sweep in Muay Thai. Our coach Thong just kept shouting to Daniel, no, you can't do that. But Daniel didn't care. We didn't care because nobody was stopping anyway. Good. Now Daniel's checking. Returning with the leg kick. Good composure. Nice left hook. Lands. Throwing the right hand a little bit short. Has to set it up. Gets countered, obviously. See, now he's faking. He's feinting with that lead teep. He's finding his rhythm. But Remy is just way too slick. Oh, look at that uppercut. So, nice clinch by Daniel, but they break it up too quickly. So working that jab. Needs to snap it a little bit more. Needs to get a little more oomph to it. But, it's the 3rd round. It's getting a little bit tired. And you see Daniel's head get snapped back. This is a problem having long hair. We told Daniel that he should cut that mop, because the judges will see the hair snap back, and it just like, he'll just start losing points in their eyes. Ooh. Big pop before the clinch. Counters the push kick, swings it out. So nice movement. Daniel's finding the range, finding his time. Yeah, nice punches. Doesn't land flush. Isaiah's head movement is slick, but yeah, goes into the clinch like we trained him to do. Unfortunately, they break it up too quick. So big head kick. Remy's doing a little taunting. Get too much comfort. Daniel's just struggling, but not overwhelmed. Nice right hand, clean and crisp. And that's it. That's 3 rounds. A really tough fight for our man Daniel, but for his first fight against a seasoned professional, I think that is a big statement. Of course, Daniel got rocked a few times. He got wobbled a few times, but he showed discipline. He showed composure. He showed skill. And we're incredibly proud of him. And we want him to fight again. Of course, Remy gets his hand raised. He should get his hand raised. If it were Daniel to win, that would be a robbery, but we showed our respects. Were we upset or worried about him fighting a professional fighter? Yeah, like I said, anyone else I would have pulled out of the card, but Daniel, I felt he was so good and we prepared him so well that we could have him fight anybody and he'd be able to hold his own. and he even had a chance of winning. You know, probably a super long shot. We didn't know how good Remy was. We just knew he was professional, and yeah, you can see the difference in skill, the difference in comfort and composure. But Daniel said he wants to fight again, and I think he has an incredible career in front of him. We're super proud of him. I don't think it could have gone any better than that. Whole crowd full of Core Combat shirts, Core Combat supporters, and yeah, until we see him again in the ring. Thanks for watching.